no bones about it, by peachpety. Summary. To remain eligible to play football for Hogwarts University, Harry needs to pass his Gen Bio exam. Too bad he chose the course based on the hotness of the TA and not the leniency of the professor. With the help of his friends and the magic 8-ball, Harry seeks tutoring from Draco Malfoy, hot TA. Q. Chance encounters, flirting in library nooks, and prophecies fulfilled. This is an alternate universe Harry Potter fanfiction, set at college and university, where Harry Potter is a jock and Draco Malfoy is a nerd. Enjoy. Harry slaps a plastic skeleton hand on the worn wooden counter next to the till. "Quiz me." Ron shifts a lollipop from one side of his mouth to the other and continues to doodle in his sketchbook. "Didn't we just do this?" "That was the pelvic girdle." "Heh, pelvis." Harry mirrors Ron's grin and collapses his face into a pout. "Come on, dude. I have to ace the skeleton ID exam tomorrow." Ron scratches his pencil to add shading to his sketch and blows away graphite debris. "You just want to impress your TA." "Maybe," Hermione says from her perch on the stool beside Ron. "He just wants to get a good grade." "Yeah, Ron, maybe I want a good grade." "Nah," Ron says. "You just want to get boned." "Nice, and yeah, Hermione, maybe I want to get boned." Hermione rolls her eyes and returns to copying notes from a pile of papers and textbooks scattered on the counter around her. Intricate diagrams and bizarre chemical hieroglyphic fill the page. Harry appeals to her with skeleton prayer hands. "Hermione, how—" "I gave you a study guide weeks ago, color-coded and cross-referenced." "Yeah, about that. I use it for collage," Ron says. Hermione squawks, mouth open in shock. Harry cringe smiles. "What?" Ron glances between them, lollipop bulging his cheek, face a mask of innocent confusion. "It was awesome. I got an A." Harry points a skeleton finger at Hermione. "I've a bone to pick with you anyway." "That's a flush, but whatever." "You said this class would be easy. Oh, Harry, take the general biology class for non-majors." Hermione slams her biochemistry book closed. "It would have been easy if you'd done as I suggested and taken McGonagall's Gen's bio class. She's a massive Owls football fan, and you're the star catcher." "Wide receiver, but whatever." "But no," Hermione continues. "You had to pick Professor Snape's class because you thought the TA was, and I quote, wicked hot." "I mean, where's the lie?" "I still don't see the appeal." Ron pops the lollipop from his mouth and wrinkles his nose. "Draco Malfoy, son of Lucius, benefactor of Hogwarts University. Honestly, is there a building on campus that doesn't bear the Malfoy name? Blonde assheads, both of them." "Well, we all have our assets, don't we?" Hermione mutters, casting round a sidelong glance. "And Harry, I told you Professor Snape was notoriously tough on everyone, football players especially. You could say McGonagall is humorous and Snape is the sternum." She sniggers, then sobers at Harry's fled expression. "Sorry." "Snape is well beyond stern." Harry shudders. "It's like he's looking for an excuse to fail me." And Harry needs to pass this exam to be eligible to play. Their opponent next week is Durmstrang. As intended receiver in more than half of Wood's plays, Wood would have an aneurysm if Harry were sidelined. He silently curses his past self for thinking with his stick. Arthur Weasley emerges from behind a Halloween display of mad scientist's potion laboratory, manned by a trio of life-sized witches. The sequin eyes of the ghost appliques stitched to his orange sweater shimmer in the glow of the fake Bunsen burners heating colored potions to a boil. In Harry's opinion, it's the best Prude Home Goods Halloween display yet, second only to the zombie apocalypse from last year. "How's it going?" Arthur says. "Lots of Halloween sales today, I hope." Hermione beams. "I start the big creepy animated clown." Did you really? And I rang up the sale, Harry adds. They all three look pointedly at Ron, who maintains his laser focus on the sketch and ignores them. Brilliant, Arthur says brightly. And you two aren't even our employees. Have some candy. Picks up the plastic jack-o'-lantern bucket nestled in the lap of an articulated skeleton wearing a fedora and seated next to the till. A handful of miniature candy bars rattles around inside. Looks like Indiana Bones needs a refill. They stare at Ron. He continues to draw, oblivious. Honestly. Hermione hops off the stool, shoves Ron's long leg out of the way, and grabs a bag of Halloween candy from the hidden shelves under the counter. Before she can hand the bag to Arthur, Ron traps her against the counter with his arm. Ron takes the bag and passes it to his dad. Hermione sticks out her tongue and ducks out from one strap. Pink blush blooms on her cheeks as she makes a mess searching through her papers. She hands Harry her skeleton study guide. Don't wait until the final hour next time. Harry takes hold of the papers with his skeleton hands. I love you. She huffs a close, smart snigger and, tugging at one of her curls, sneaks a peek at Ron. Just keep it away from that asshat. Arthur dumps the bag of candy into the pumpkin container and replaces it in Indiana Bones's lap. Still studying skeleton, Harry? Yes, Harry whines. The human body has so many bones. So many. How many? Hermione asks sharply. Harry scratches his head with bony fingers, phalanges. 205. No, 6. 206. Hermione nods, pleased. Bone us points for Harry. Arthur winks and tosses Harry a candy bar. He takes one for himself and sings, The backbone's connected to the neck bone. This candy is for customers, Molly Weasley says, approaching the counter from the back of the office. She takes the candy from Arthur and replaces it with his jacket. You'll ruin your supper. She gives Harry the chocolate and pats his cheek. But you can have as much as you like, of course. The shop door opens and a jangling bell announces entering customers. Welcome to Pruitt Home Goods, Ron calls out, lifting himself from his slouch into a big stretch. Ha! Arthur says, grinning. He can be trained. He tosses a candy to Ron. Molly adjusts her coat collar. We're off. Oh, someone has set the skeleton dogs humping over in the pillows and blanket again. Finnegan, Harry and Ron say in unison. Molly continues. And the cauldron shipment arrived this morning. They aren't going to sort themselves. Mom. And please don't forget about the customers. Oh, and the alarm. Remember to set it when you close up tonight. Go. Ron shoos her out with a sketchbook. I've got this. We've got this, Hermione amends. Molly pats Hermione's arms and gives her a piece of candy. Thank you, dear. Harry waves a skeletal farewell to Ron's parent. They exit into the waning autumn light and merge with the bustle of shoppers crowding the sidewalks, carrying pumpkins and fall flowers from the farmer's market. Arthur immediately gets tangled in the leash of a labradoodle. Molly flails about, laughing with the dog's owner while attempting to free her husband. Your parents are adorable, Harry says. Ron picks up his pencil and hunches over his drawing. They're cooks. Harry pets Ron's ginger fringe with the skeleton hand. Cosme? No. Was me. Ron sets down his pencil and grabs a magic 8-ball set next to Indiana Bones. He shakes it and consults the viewing window. More sources say no. Harry bends the skeleton finger so the hands flip Ron off. You're a pain in my coccyx. Huh, coccyx. Hermione snorts. And who's the cook now? Magic balls and spirits. Ridiculous. Scoff all you want, Ron says imperiously. The spirits never lie. Hermione settles back to her books and Ron to his sketch. Harry stares at Hermione's notes for what seems an eternity until the word blurs into illegible blot. If only he had some inspiration, something, anything involving a certain blonde TA. Kissing would be great, or light petting, and then maybe he could remember these stupid bones. Fuck. Seriously? He flails his arm in a little pity dance. Where is my dark academia boyfriend who rewards me with kisses in hidden corners of the library, huh? He's behind you, Hermione says flatly. Harry glances over his shoulder and his stomach plummets, heat rising to his face. Draco approaches the checkout counter with a basket full of Halloween decorations. He's completely perfect, from his tidy haircut and long lashes to his bookish, tweedy coat over a charcoal sweater. Ranger, he says, all posh and delectable. He nods at Ron and shifts eye-grey eyes to Harry. Harry raises the skeleton hand in greeting, realizing too late that it's still flipping the bird. He quickly deflects with a scrub to the back of his head, but the bony finger gets tangled in his curls. Ron whispers to the 8-ball. Will Harry die from embarrassment? He shows Harry the answer. Without a doubt. Harry throws the hand at his head. A petite girl with short black hair and an armful of plush Halloween toys joins Draco at the counter. She pops her gum and smirks at Draco. Oh, looky, darling. It's our famous football player. You know, the one you lost your grey little mind over when you read the class roster. Draco coughs and plunks the shopping basket on the counter. And where in this shop might I find a guillotine? He sneers at the girl. Pixie-cut heads must roll. The girl blows a bubble to pop in Draco's face. She leans on her elbows on the counter, props her chin on her hand, and gives Ron the once-over. I'm Pansy, and you are? Ron. He leans on his forearms. Sup? Nothing. Pansy pinches the gum held in her teeth and stretches it, twisting it around her finger. Sup with you? Nothing. Ron sucks his lollipop. Sup with you? Hermione clicks her tongue and digs into Draco's basket. She retrieves a large, hairy spider and places it on the counter. Ron screams and scrabbles backwards, knocking the 8-ball to roll into Indiana bones. Draco sniggers and catches Harry's eye. They share a smile, and Harry has to glance away, overwhelmed by the buzz rattling his bones. Hermione smiles pleasantly at Draco. Aside from the guillotine, did you find everything you wanted? I didn't see any cauldrons, Draco said. And here I thought this was the best Halloween shop in town. Ron glares. Of course we have cauldrons. They're in some storeroom. Hermione motions to Harry. Harry can show you. I can? Hermione's eyes widen, and she tilts her head. Right, Harry exclaims. Yeah, follow me. After a moment of hard staring and some kind of bizarre, silent communication between Pansy and Draco, Harry leads them past the witchy potions display and through the candles. The aisle between the low shelves is narrow. Draco crowds closer, his shoulders nearly brushing Harry. If Harry shifts his hand just a tad, he can take a hold of Draco's phalanges. So, you work here? Draco says. Nah. Harry stuffs his hand into his jeans pocket. I helped out a lot in the summer growing up. The Weasleys practically adopted me. There. He rounds an end-capped pile with black and orange throw blankets and nearly trips over the humping skeleton dogs. Really nice. He skirts the dogs. Anyway, I have classes with Hermione. Draco blurts. Pre-med, yeah? Draco stares, and Harry hastily adds, Hermione bitches about you when you score higher on exams. Yeah, well, she's annoyingly smart. She's an acquired taste, definitely. Harry softens his smile. She's always been that way. So you and she are? Draco gestures to the dogs in flagranti. Harry laughs. No, we're friends. Since we were 11. Same with Ron. No, I'm a single Pringle. He stops at a closed door. Here we are. The storage space comprises a large room filled with the metal shelves stacked with overflow merchandise. In an open space tucked away in the midst of the shelf, boxes sit neatly stacked on pallets. Harry opens a box. cauldrons," he announces. "These are pewter, standard size too." He opens another box. "And I think, yeah, these are plastic, various sizes." "Thanks." Draco edges closer to inspect the merchandise. In the soft overhead lighting, his blonde hair glows. Harry has never really thought about it, but the atmosphere in the storeroom is intimate and, dare he think it, romantic? Draco picks up a cauldron. "Actually, I'm glad to have you alone." The air whooshes out of Harry's lungs. Oh? Oh God, he's not prepared. Odd, given that he's thought about this moment since the semester began. He's sure he has chocolate breath from that fucking candy, and he's worn this plaid flannel shirt for 3, maybe 4 days now. He chews on the fleshy inside of his cheeks to keep from giggling madly, because if they kissed, fuck, he would literally die. "Could I get—" Draco fiddles with the cauldron's handle. "The Ginger's phone number?" Harry bites his cheek hard, and does, in fact, die a little on the inside. Yeah, sure. I mean, sure." He certainly didn't see that coming. Harry can reluctantly see Ron's appeal. He's tall for one, and Hermione's right about that sexy brooding artist thing he has going. He's funny, and he's the best mate a guy could have. He's a goddamn catch. Well, fuck. Draco is looking at him expectantly, and Harry's heart sinks. "Give me a phone," he says. "I'll enter Ron's number." Draco cups his phone to his chest and after several taps to the screen, hands it over to Harry. Harry chuckles at the name Draco entered in the contact screen. Ginger Weasley. Annoying. To each his bone. Harry types in Ron's number and takes a moment to watch Draco dig through the boxes, inspecting each cauldron to find the perfect one, scrunching his nose at the rejects. Harry's heart flutters. He sighs. Damn, this boy really does check all his boxes. On a whim, Harry creates another new contact before returning Draco's phone and helping him with the cauldron. To be continued. Thank you for listening to today's story for our fall activities / Spooktober. As this story is pretty long, I decided to divide it in 2 parts, and I really hope to see you back here tomorrow to listen to the second part. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon.